Maidstone Borough Council announced on the 17th of November a further business grant scheme for local businesses here in Maidstone that have been adversely affected by the restrictions imposed due to COVID-19. It's called the Discretionary Additional Restrictions Grant Scheme. And here to tell us more about it is the Mid-Kent Services Director at Maidstone Borough Council, Stephen McGinnes. Hi, Stephen.
Hi there, Jason.
All right, so can you tell us more about this business grant and who it's aimed for?
I think, first of all, I think it's really good news to hear the government announce further support for businesses. We know the lockdown has hit business kind of particularly hard, especially those kind of small independent retailers and businesses. So in terms of the grants, it kind of comes in two parts, really. So there's a local restrictions grant, which is very much focused on those businesses that have to close as part of the national restrictions, and then the additional restrictions grant, which is a discretionary pot, if you like, for the council to distribute.
Now, like all grants, there is an eligibility criteria. Can you explain what that is?
That's right. So the kind of local restrictions grant is very much kind of focused on those businesses that are required to close, but also businesses that are registered for the business rate system. So that doesn't necessarily mean to say that they pay business rates. Lots of businesses will receive business rates relief, but they do need to be registered. For the additional restrictions grant, the discretionary element is a bit broader. So there's kind of two main categories of businesses that will qualify. The first is those that are required to close as part of the national restrictions but don't pay business rates. The second part is the additional restrictions grant, which has got two criteria. The first targeted at those businesses that are required to close but don't pay business rates. And the second, where their primary source of income is through the supply chain for the retail, hospitality and leisure sector. So those businesses that haven't been required to close, but in effect have kind of lost their trade or business.
And the other important factor is that there is only a short window available to apply for this grant.
That's right. So for the discretionary scheme, because the council's got a very kind of limited pot in order to provide support for businesses, there's a kind of fixed period for businesses to apply, and that closes on the 2nd of December. So, we're very much encouraging businesses to go onto the website and make that application as soon as they can.
And in terms of the application process, is it fairly straightforward?
Yeah, so we've tried to make the whole process as easy as possible for businesses. We appreciate it's a really difficult time, and we certainly don't want to kind of put any barriers there. So yeah, easy to kind of navigate in terms of the application process. And it's probably worth saying at this point that we do expect there to be further rounds of funding for the discretionary grant, and this is simply the first phase. So, but yeah, for businesses to go and apply as soon as possible, that'd be our message.
And if one of our listeners is thinking, I want to find out more about this, or actually I want to apply, where should they go?
Yeah, so simply visit the Maidstone Borough Council website, and you'll find it on the front page, kind of front and centre in terms of where to go for support.
Stephen McGinnes, Kent Services Director at Maidstone Borough Council, thank you very much for your time.
That's great. Thanks so much, Jason.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.